Texas League Baseball is next. And a good evening, everybody. We welcome you into tonight's broadcast of Texas League Baseball. And now, here's the star of the show, the one, the only, John Baker. Well, thank you, Bob, and a good evening to everybody as we welcome you into our afternoon broadcast of Texas League Baseball. It is the final game of our six-game set between the visiting Midland Rockhounds and your San Antonio Missions. I'm going to say after today, Missions will head off to Amarillo. They take on a six-game set with the Amarillo Sod Poodles. Then back home to take on the Frisco Rough Riders starting on Tuesday, June 17th. And so far, pretty good on that. Go online now at samissions.com. Purchase and print your tickets from home. Also, follow the Missions all season long with the First Pitch app from Minor League Baseball. You can download that on any smartphone. Well, anyway, we're into our pregame show, and I'm joined in the booth by my partner, Bob. Bob, always good to see you. And always good to see you, too. And I see you brought the lovely wife in. Wow, thank you, John. Always a pleasure to be here in the booth with y'all. Well, always my pleasure. Well, anyway, got to say, San Antonio in a three-game winning streak. They've won since Thursday, and so far it's winner take on the series finale against Midland. And hopefully today's going to be a pretty good day thus far for both sides here today. And evidently we are getting some final scores. Amarillo beats Tulsa 1-0. And that is the final. Amarillo claims their 25th of the season. And, yep, so far we're going to go ahead and put that down. So, Amarillo 1, Tulsa 0. That was a one-run score today for the Amarillo Sod Poodles, which that is pretty good. And they're getting ready to head back to Amarillo as they take on the San Antonio Missions starting on Tuesday. So, pretty good on that. So Amarillo, 25th win over the Drillers. Tulsa now 24-33. And so far we could go ahead and get them out as well. Well, anyway, give me just a moment and we'll be right back. All right, so anyway, we are back in our pregame show, and so far, as we all know, that San Antonio in a 3-game winning streak right now since Thursday evening. And so far, today will be it as we get into this Sunday broadcast. And then after that, Missions head off to Amarillo to take on the Sod Poodles. And then back home on June 17th to take on Frisco right after that. Well, anyway, Bark in the Park presented by our friends there at West Creek Trail Rides. And Whataburger served hot and fresh 24/7 for all people of San Antonio. And so far, pretty good on that. Well, we are the afternoon. It's about 3:50 here today as we get set for this final game, and our first pitch scheduled at 4:05 as we get things going. Temperature-wise at 99 degrees today, so everybody at the ballpark must stay hydrated. And yes, keep the dogs hydrated as well as we go through this last game of the series. Well, anyway, Bob and Ann, I think we are about ready to go as we bring you the broadcast today. And so far, I do believe we have one more team that is counting a win, and that is Northwest Arkansas. And it looks like the Naturals are pushing up for a third-place position. So Naturals now at 29-27, or 28, I do believe. I do apologize about that. 29-28. And Wichita getting 29-28 as well. So we've got two teams that are getting in. And yep, we are definitely watching the weather. We just did a live stream not too long ago on our page here on Jay Baker Vlogs, and so far we are doing a weather series, and hopefully we are pretty much watching the sky as we go throughout and stuff. But anyway, all right, so we got 4 ball clubs already finished. And yep, so far they are still tracking those severe thunderstorms. Yep, tornado warning now on Paducah. And yep, so far multiple tornado warnings. Yep, just messaging. Okay, what do we got there? Oh, bullfrog. But anyway, everything looked like it's all good. But anyway, we're fixing to get started on our live stream. It's our last game of the series, and so far, we're set to go here this Sunday afternoon. So we'll take you now down to the field as we bring you live baseball here in the Texas League. Well, we got a beautiful Sunday afternoon here, Bob, and a few clouds from time to time, but it's a pretty view of downtown San Antonio, I gotta say. And the starter today is a left-hander, Jason Blanchard, as he gets the call for the missions here. Four-seam slider, changeup, a two-seam fastball. And so far we're doing really well as we get this one ready to go. Shortstop is Isabel Angeles as he'll lead it off from Midland. And we are about ready. And the first pitch, that one is fouled off, and the count now 0-1, and we are underway.
First pitch, 4 o'clock.
At 4 o'clock. The 0-1. That one high in the air and out of play, and the count now 0-2. Well, we got our teams today, and so far we got Arkansas at Corpus Christi, Amarillo at Tulsa. Oh boy. Just hearing that and stuff. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to count now. The ball issued on that. And that's going to get through, and that'll even up at 2-2. We got Wichita at Northwest Arkansas, Springfield at Frisco, Midland at San Antonio. And the 2-2. That one skied to center field. Mears under it, makes the grab, and there's out number 1. I do believe with that, let's give the visiting starting lineups for Midland. Angeles, Halter, Nankiel be the leadoff 3, Kurtz, Trinkle, Schwartz, middle. Bolt, Swift, and McIver round out the batting order for Midland here this afternoon. In now, second baseman is Colby Halter. Pretty good. And the pitch is inside for a called strike. And it's 0-1. We got a beautiful day. It's Bark in the Park Sunday, and yes, also presented by our friends there, West Creek. Love Sunday afternoon ball games, and that one high in the air up to the right field area, and there is 2 down.
Batting third, the right fielder, number 19.
Right fielder Nate Nankiel coming in, 2 down with nobody on base. And that's a swing and a miss right there. The count now 0-1. And the 0-1. That one fouled, and the count now 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. And that is a ground hopper to Rojas to Castañon, and that will conclude the half inning. No runs, hits, errors, nobody on for Midland. We head now to the bottom of the first. San Antonio up next to bat. And we'll be right back here in Texas League Baseball as we head to the bottom of the first. Bottom half of the first inning for San Antonio, ready to go in the Missions Baseball Network. Right-hander Jack Weisenberger getting the call, as we all know. He's the starter for Midland here in this afternoon's contest. He's got a 4-seam slider and a 2-seam fastball coming in, and pretty good. Leading off for San Antonio's the left fielder Albert Fabian, as he'll lead off the bottom half of the first inning for the Missions. And a pitch. That one, a ground ball right to first. They'll step on the bag, and that's out number 1. With that, let's give the San Antonio starting lineups. Fabian Salas Mears will lead it off. Castagnon Campbell and Roederer middle. Rojas Cedeno and DeVries will round out the batting order for San Antonio here this afternoon. The catcher, Ethan Salas, coming in and is ready to go. And a pitch. That one is ground ball. Dives, makes a catch right there, out number 2. Diving play out there at second. And see that again as he gets down, lays flat on his belly, gets in on his knees, and makes the play. Here is center fielder Joshua Mears. Down and in, takes a ball. And the count now at 1-0. Just a nice, beautiful day as we play our last game of the series. And then it's off to Amarillo right after that. Right there and in for a strike. The count now 1-2. Right there out of play and still holding on. One and two. Right there, high in the air, and right to the shortstop, and that's the inning. No runs, hits, errors, nobody left on for San Antonio. We head now to the top of the second inning, and it's no score, 3-1. Next batter up for Midland is Nick Kurtz. Trinkle and Schwartz will follow in from behind, and it will be the top of the second coming up after a break. Foul set for the second inning for Midland, right now on the Missions Baseball Network. Nick Kurtz to lead it off as we start up the second inning for Midland. Ground ball straight away to first baseman Castagnon. He'll take it himself for the out, and one quick out here to lead off the second. Caden Trinkle, the left fielder, drying up now. And the pitch. And that's a strike inside. The count now at 0-1. No score through one inning already. And hopefully if we see a lot of 3-up, 3-down innings, we could probably go through this ball game quicker than expected. The 0-2. That one high and outside, 1-2. But even though for a finale, we don't want to rush the ball game. We simply just want to come out here and enjoy ourselves. Here's 1-2. Swing and a miss. Down he goes. And that's a first strikeout for Jason Blanchard here today. So 9 more. And it's free breakfast on the bun to start a Monday morning as you commute to work. Nick Schwartz coming in, and he'll take that one outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Whataburger is served hot and fresh. First location in Corpus Christi, built in 1970. So far, many other locations built prior to 1950. So 75 years of fast food industry. Here's a 1-1. That one gloved to Castagnon, and that will be 3-up, 3-down. No runs, hits, errors, nobody on for Midland as we head now to the bottom half of the second inning, and it's no score through 2.5. We're back here as first baseman Marcos Castagnon comes in. Campbell and Roederer will lead it off behind. And we will be right back right after these commercial messages. Now set to go for the bottom half of the second inning. Ready for San Antonio, the Missions Baseball Network. Well, Marcos Castañon leads it off, 4, 5, and 6, middle half of the order in the San Antonio lineup. And that is right there and in for a cold strike, and it's 0-1. Well, the clouds were there, but now they're not. That one is right there. That's going to fall for a base hit right to the wall. And that's a leadoff single for Marcos Castañon. In now, right fielder Jacob Campbell. Campbell coming in, ready to go. Hits that one high in the air up to center. And right on, no, he did not get that one. Oh my goodness, I thought he caught it. Yeah, my eye's playing tricks on me, right? Yeah, probably is. You might need better glasses. Hey, shut up, Bob. Before I whoop you. Ooh, I'm so scared. There's Cole Roederer now. As he takes that one high outside for the ball, the count now 1-0. 2-1, nobody out here in the bottom of 2 for the San Antonio Missions. Pretty good day here. San Antonio could clinch a series finale. That'd be pretty nice. Yeah, I gotta say, John, it absolutely would. How about you, Wynn? You having a good time? Oh, always. I'm always having a good time. And that's going to be right there. Liner straight away, and that's going to load up the bases. And Midland is in trouble. 3 back-to-back hits. 4, 5, and 6 hitters are on base now. And so far, the Rockhounds now in danger. Third baseman Yendry Rojas coming in as he takes a strike inside. And it's the count now at 0-1. Why, we got a lot of fans coming into live chat. Welcome. How is everybody?
That's high, that's a ball.
That one high and outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. A beautiful Sunday afternoon for what is worthy of a baseball game. Right there, glove. They get 1. And back in time is the runner at second. That would have been a double play. And the guy out there at first catches that ball, and they nearly had a double play right there at second. Base is still loaded. And that's right there, the second for 1. And they do not get him. And the run in to score on the sacrifice. And San Antonio scores in their first run of the day. It's 1-0. So a great camera angle shot. They tried to overturn a double play as we were looking at the instant replay. Here is Leo Dallas DeVries. He hits that one high in the air, and that is going down. Here comes another runner, and it's in to score, and that's a 2-run double. Well, San Antonio strikes for 3 in this half inning. And they're the first ones on the board. And they are really doing good. Here is the leadoff batter, Albert Fabian. As he comes in. And a pitch. That one is a ground ball. That stays fair. And that'll get through for a base hit. Uh-oh, he's going to second. And he's out stealing. So 4 runs come in on 5 hits, no errors. and nobody left on base. To the third we go. San Antonio leads it 4-0. Well, about set to go as Henry Bolt leads off the third when we come back. About ready for the third, and this one brought to you in part by West Creek Trail Rides here of San Antonio. For more, visit westcreektrailrides.com and book your online appointment for horseback riding. Leading off the top of the third inning is Henry Bolt. Thank you, Bob, and 789 due up here in the third as Bolt will take the first strike and the count now 0-1. San Antonio leading a 4-run lead. Midland trailing all four. And the pitch, that's a swing and a miss. The count now 0-2. Well, boy, they come in the bottom half of the second inning and they are striking on all cylinders. Yeah, they sure are. That one high in the air and out of play. No balls, 2 strikes to count. The 0-2. High in the air, up to right. Campbell will make it. He's got it. Out number 1.
Batting 8, the third baseman, number 16, Drew.
Well, it seems like Arkansas beats Corpus Christi 6-1. And so far, they will pretty much finish off their afternoon ball game. Right there, ground ball to Cedeno, pass to the first baseman Castañon, and that will be out number 2. Springfield leading Frisco 1-0, top of the 5th inning. Willie McIver coming in. And a pitch. That's down and in, a changeup. The count now 1-0. Jason having a talk with home plate umpire Jeff Andrews, wondering where that ball was. That's down and in. 1 ball, no strikes. And a pitch. That's a liner, a base hit. Well, hopefully. Count now 1-0. Whoops. Okay, there we go. All right, we're live back in again. Here's Arabelle Angeles as he swings and misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. I do apologize about that. And a pitch. And that is outside. The count now at 2 balls and 1 strike. Pitch. Swing and a miss.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
2 balls, 2 strikes to count. Looking for a pitch out. And that's going to be a liner, and that's going to get through extra bases. Campbell is running hard after it. And that'll get the runner home from first. And that's an RBI triple for Angeles.
Second baseman, Colby Halter.
Colby Halter coming in now. Halter, here it comes. Swing and a miss. The count now, 0-1. Flight out, last time up, 0 for 1. San Antonio 4, Midland 1 here in the third inning. And a pitch. Fouled away. And it's 0-2. A lot of severe weather going on this afternoon, especially in close to around Amarillo and the panhandle of Oklahoma, going east of Oklahoma. And that is high in the air, up to left. Fabian will get there, and that will do it. A run in to score by Arabelle Angeles as he had the RBI triple. And so far, that'll put them on the board. But they trail 3 here as we go to the bottom of the third. San Antonio leads it 4-1. Well, we're having a good day thus far, and it's the bottom half of the fourth inning for San Antonio. Well, yeah, bottom of the third, you donkey. Oh, whoops. And this one brought to you in part by West Creek Trail Rides. Thank you, Bob. Boy, over the pitcher's head as we get underway at the bottom of the third inning for San Antonio. You wished it was the bottom of the fourth. Jack Weisenberger giving up 6 hits and 4 runs. And now at 20 pitches thus far for the first 3 innings. Potential 5th runner. Well, potential 5th run of this ball game for San Antonio. Ready to go. Well, we got a cloud right out to center field, and you can see it. Kind of looks like a turtle. Does it really? Oh, yeah. I see a turtle. Do you guys see a turtle? Hey, y'all in the live chat, if you see that cloud that looks like a turtle, put in turtle in the live chat. That's a ground ball, 2-1. They give both runners a run for their money. It's a 6-4-3 double play.
The first baseman,
and they're
6,
2 away.
Marcos Castanon.
I like turtles. You're funny, Bob. You're just a silly willy. Here, Marcos Castanon, he's 1 for 1 with that single that he had earlier. Blake Morrow, how are you? Welcome to our broadcast this afternoon. That one right there and out of play, and the count now at 0-2. Pretty good. Yep, I see a turtle. Turtle out there in center field.
No, that missed. That's a ball.
Oh man, turtle soup would sound good right now, huh? Excuse-moi? I said turtle soup.
No, that's a foul ball.
I'm just kidding, y'all. Oh, goodness. Well, 1 ball, 2 strikes to Castañon. And he hits that one sky to right field. And that is the 3rd out. And that will do it. No runs, hits, or errors. Nobody left on for San Antonio as we head to the 4th. Missions lead it 4-1. We're back here as Nate Nankiel leads it off. We come back from our break, and we'll be right back. Now set to go for the top of the 4th inning for Midland right now on the Missions Baseball Network. Nate Nankiel leads it off. Thank you, Bob. And we're set to go here in the top of the 4th. Rockhounds have 3, 4, and 5 due up. High in the air, Campbell has that one as that's a first pitch out to right field.
Now batting, the first baseman.
Anybody see that turtle up the center? Well, I sure did. The first baseman, Nick Kurtz, is coming in. 0 for 1. And the pitch. High in the air. Up to right field is Campbell. And that's 2 quick outs.
Now
My golly, this guy just got 2 and he put those in his pocket. Well, you just see some weird things when it comes to Bark in the Parkway. You see all different types of animals in the clouds. You see a bunny rabbit, a dog, a turtle, or a pig, or whatever. Did I say a poodle? Yes. No balls and 2 strikes. Or my dad getting toe bitten by that poodle he has in Brady. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Down he goes. And that's a 1-2-3 inning. No runs, hits, errors. Nobody left on for Midland. We now head to the bottom of 4. San Antonio leading it 4-1. Back here is Jacob Campbell. Will lead it off for the Missions when we come back. All set to go for the bottom of the fourth, right now the Missions Baseball Network. Thank you, Bob. And here we go. Jacob Campbell, the 5-6-7 hitters due up in the bottom of four. He's taking that in for a strike, and the count now at 0-1. Yep, Turtle still there up in the center field. He's moving along.
That's a ball.
That is out of play. The count now
1-1.
at 1-1. Boy, severe weather. Looked like Springfield and Frisco could get a little rain this evening. Lightning strikes, tornadoes. Oh boy, just a active weather pattern we're seeing right outside of Amarillo. That one right there is a liner straightaway center, and that's a base hit. Now, San Antonio heads to Amarillo after today.
Rotor.
The thing about it is we're afraid that some of those games up there could get postponed. Well, if they do, then you know what you do on the postponed games. Well, you wait it out, and then you make up that game the next following day. Well, it's a 7-inning contest. Yeah, that's for sure, Bob.
Midland.
Jack Perkins coming in, a right-hander. Comes in relief as they replace the starter for the Rockhounds. Boy, just absolutely love seeing Midland in their nice road oranges, and just love these guys from my West Texas home. Yeah, I gotta say, I bet you do. Circle change down and outside, 1 ball, no strikes to the designated hitter, Cole Roderer. Roderer coming in, ready to go. Some skies are gray, some are pretty, but this one in San Antonio, it's really good. Oh, a lefty and a righter. Bowden and Dotson are warming up for Midland. Now, do believe that we will see Midland again after our series against Frisco starting Tuesday, June 24th. We head to Midland, and that's going to be right there. Up high and up and down it goes. So 2-1 and nobody out.
Now batting.
And San Antonio looks like they're threatening Midland all over again. Yendry Rojas coming in. And that takes in a strike. The count now 0-1. 0 for 1, a flyout. You know, 2026, I think about the schedule a lot. And hopefully we'll get some more North Division teams. We want Tulsa and Arkansas to come here if it's necessary. Travelers and Drillers have not been to San Antonio, but San Antonio has been to their ballparks in the north. And that's going to be right there. That is to the second baseman for the out.
Now batting. The second baseman.
And that's one away here in the half inning. Nerwillian Cedeno coming up. He's got a fielder's choice, a run RBI. Do believe this June 24th through the 29th, that will be our last 6 times we head to Midland for the year. And taking on Corpus Christi, a split half, 3 here in San Antonio. And then 3 up in Corpus Christi. Then from Corpus Christi, we head to Wichita. The 0-2. And that's right there. Straight away right. That's a base hit. And the bases, second time around in this ball game, have been reloaded.
Number 94.
So after we get home from Wichita, well, we get on the road to Wichita. We come back from Wichita. July 18th through the 20th, we are facing off Amarillo for that short 3 games. And then last time around, we're taking on Midland. July 22nd through the 27th is our last ever series and meetup against the Midland Rockhounds.
1-1.
Well, we are up in Frisco on July 29th through August 3rd, and then back home to take on the Springfield Cardinals starting on August 5th through the 10th. After that, August 12th and 17th, missions head to Tulsa. Ground ball right there for one, and they got him. They avoid danger, and with that, the side is retired, but they leave the bases loaded. They get 3 hits on that, and that ends the inning. 5th inning coming up. San Antonio leads it 4-1. And we're back here as Nick Schwartz will lead it off for the 5th when we come back. All right, we're about set to go for the 5th inning for Midland, right now on the San Antonio Missions Baseball Network. Well, Nick Schwartz coming in as we lead off the 5th. This game brought to you on part by West Creek Trail Rides, our proud sponsor of San Antonio Missions Baseball. And for more, check out their website and book your horse ride online now. Come out and join us out in San Antonio as we have the best horseback on trails. And yes, our 2 guides are the most great of all employees there. The 0-1 is outside and fouled. The count now at 0-2. No balls, the 2 strikes, the count to Schwartz. And the pitch. High in the air up to center. Mears is camped under it, makes the play, and there's 1 down.
Now batting, the center fielder, Henry Bolts.
Henry Bolts coming in. He is always silent. They call him Bolte, but I don't say Bolte. I say Bolt, which that's a whole lot better. Well, you can say it however you want to say it, John. I mean, opinion noted. Yeah, right. No balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Right there. And that goes to Rojas, to Castañon, and there's 2 down. A lot of 3 up, 3 down innings here, and so far San Antonio still leading the charge. Third baseman is Drew Swift for Midland as he steps in. 2 outs, nobody on. And the pitch. That is right there. That's high in the air. And it looks like the third baseman, Swift, has a base hit. And he's got a 2-out double. And pretty good right there as he comes in and puts one right there, and he's got it. Willie McIver coming in as he takes an open strike, and it's 0-1. 1-for-1 single. And the pitch. That one is high in the air up to right. And Campbell will make short work of them, as that will do for the side retired. No runs on a hit, no errors, one left. And we're 5.5 here this afternoon. San Antonio leading it 4-1. Leadoff batter Albert Fabian will stry up as we get set to do the bottom half of the fifth inning when we come back. Bottom half of the fifth inning set to go for San Antonio right now, the Mission's Baseball Network. Well, leading off the inning is the leadoff batter in the top of the order is Albert Fabian. Fabian is coming in. Boyd takes that one outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Well, so far starting to dim a little bit. Have some clouds coming in. That one is a ground hopper. And he passes to the catcher, covering the bag for the out.
Now batting, catcher.
And there's one down. Fabian is down, retired. Springfield leading Frisco 2-0. St. Louis Cardinals versing off Texas Rangers. And that is a blistered ball right there, up to right. That's a base hit. And Ethan Dallas has a double. And today, everybody in the crowd is getting double meat cheeseburger coupons courtesy of Whataburger. Whataburger served hot and fresh 24/7 for all of San Antonio. Visit their proud locations anywhere you see a Whataburger. Pretty much you're good to go. Here's center fielder Joshua Mears. Cutter outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Runner in scoring position. 0 for 2, a line out and a ground out. Well, looks like it's tied ball game. Springfield 2, Frisco 2. And that's a liner. That is straightaway right center. That's a base hit. Runner from second heads home. And the relay not in time. Joshua Mears, a stand-up RBI double. Pretty good right there as he gets in there. And it's now 5-1 San Antonio. Wow. Mears really hit that one on the screws. And he took it right there for the team. Man, he sure did. Marcos Castañon, 1 for 2, a single last time up. So far, getting ready to go here for his next half inning. And the pitch. Ground hopper straight to third, and they'll pass it to first for 2 down.
Now batting, number 7.
Right fielder is Jacob Campbell, 2 for 2, 2 singles and a run. The pitch,
Ball
outside sinker, and the count 1-0. Well, a pretty good afternoon for baseball, and
One.
yep, that cloud that looked like a turtle has already vanished away. But evidently we'll see more clouds as we go through the evening. High clouds, even cloudy skies to start on Monday. Here's a 1-1, and that one is high and inside for a cold strike. It's 1-2. 5-1 San Antonio. The Rockhounds trailing by 4. And that one is lofted in the air to center. Center fielder makes a grab, and he's got it. So that will retire the side. So Joshua Mears getting an RBI double, and it puts another run on the scoreboard, making it 5-1 for San Antonio. And we head to the 6th inning, and it is the Missions 5, Rockhounds 1. All right, we're about ready to start the top of the 6th inning. Set to go for Midland. And then the Mitchellists will take one inside. The count now 0-1. And the pitch right there, high in the air and near the bleachers. And it's the count now at 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. That one skied to right field. Campbell will get it. Say Joshua Mears was shy of the right fielder. I thought Joshua Mears played in right, but he did. He doesn't. He plays in center. Colby Halter coming in. Takes a strike in the count now 0-1. We'll say on that. And the pitch. Right there in the end. Strike 1. Or strike 2. Do apologize about that. The 0-2. Called third strike. Got him down.
The right fielder,
Boy, Blanchard doing pretty good. Here's right fielder Nate Nankiel. And it looks like that's going to do for the starter here today. Jason Blanchard, really great job performance for San Antonio on the mound today. And they are going to relieve him. Logan
71.
Gillespie coming in as he has an ERA of 7.15. 14 and a third percentage on strikeout rate. .320, .318. And so far, Logan Gillespie now pitching for San Antonio. He comes in. Here's the wind the stretch. That one skied to right field. Campbell has it, and that will retire the side. So, no runs, no hits, no errors, no one on for Midland. Bottom of 6 coming up. San Antonio leading at 5-1. We're back here as Cole Roederer will lead us off when we're set to go for the bottom of 6. Now set to go for the bottom of the 6th inning right now on the Missions Baseball Network. Well, Cole Roederer, the designated hitter, coming up now. San Antonio leading this game by 4. They're doing really well in this broadcast today. And so far, thank our people that are out there today. 1 ball, no strikes. And that's inside for a strike, and the count now at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Roederer, and a pitch. Sky to the right field area. That is out of play, and the count now 1-2. San Antonio, Frisco, and Midland tied in a foot race. And maybe San Antonio today could take that first place position. Here's the 2-2, high in the air. And that is up high right there. Right fielder runs it down. Moving to shallow center to make the play for the out.
The third baseman,
Yendry Rojas coming in as he leads it off. 32 for our 3 South Division ball clubs. That is Frisco, Midland, and San Antonio. Amarillo and Corpus Christi, 4 and 5 spots in the South. North Division team, Springfield leading 31. Wichita and Northwest Arkansas at 29. Arkansas at 28. Tulsa down in last place with 24 and 33. They trail a big one. 2 balls, 1 strikes. Yendry Rojas. Now San Antonio winning this one. They will advance first place. And if they lose, then they will not advance to the first place position. 2-2. And that is right there. And that'll get down. Line drive up to right field. That's a base hit. And that's a leadoff double. So a 1-out double goes to Yendry Rojas. And that's a good thing that they put the brakes on. And so far, pretty good on that. William Cedeno coming in. As that is downstairs for a strike, it's 0-1. I really don't think that he was in love with that pitch, but evidently he was not in favor of it at all. Wow, I don't think so, John. Boy, Bob, what are you watching? People that are boxing each other? Well, it just came on. I was looking at the Valley Live app and stuff, and so far, it's looking pretty good. Yeah, for sure.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Well, 1 ball, 2 strikes here. 1 away, 1 on for San Antonio. Midland cracking the score by a 1 run in the 3rd. And that one out of play, foul, still hanging on. 5-1 San Antonio here in the bottom of 6. The pitch. That is a bouncer right there, foul on top of that. One and 2 the count now to Nerwillian Cedeno. That one is outside with a great hold up. And the count now 2-2. That one is a ground ball to first, and they get him. So 2 out.
Now batting, number 94.
That'll bring up number 94, shortstop Leo Dallas DeVries. 2 RBIs back in the double in the 2nd inning. 2 RBI double.
Ball.
And Leo Dallas DeVries was the first one who got everybody coupons for a free Whataburger. That is right there. That's a liner. And that'll score in the run on the RBI single. And now San Antonio leading by 5. And the Mission's getting that opportunity of getting in there, and Perkins is not having a good outing thus far on the mound for Midland, and so far I don't think he's going to last that long. He's getting tired. Left fielder Albert Fabian comes in. Yeah, Bob, you do have a valid point that any pitcher that struggles this hard is giving up runs and hits. And so far, the manager and pitching coach should come out and say, hey, look, you need to simmer down. You need to find that strike zone. And that's right there. That's a line drive up to right field. That's a base hit. So 2 out, 2 on.
Now batting, catcher Ethan. Salas.
And that'll bring in Ethan Salas as he strides up now. Perkins at 47 here in this game. And the pitch, that is right there out of play, foul, and the count now 0-1. Yeah, I do believe it is starting to get dim. We have clouds on the horizon, and yes, the high ones coming in this evening. Cloudy skies overnight to fall in on Monday. And that's right there, a ground hopper straight to second. They force him out, and that'll end the inning. Well, a run on a solo RBI. And we head now to the 7th inning. San Antonio leading by 5 at 6-1. Nick Kurtz will lead it off when we hit the 7th inning when we come back. About set to go for the 7th inning for Midland right now on the Missions Baseball Network. Well, July 3rd, we talk about the game of that evening as San Antonio taking on the Corpus Christi Hooks in a short 3-game at-home series before getting on the bus and following Corpus Christi to the Bayfront Park for that 3-game set.
Now batting, left fielder.
Well, a ground ball hit to short, and that is out number 1 by Castagnon. Left fielder is Caden Trinkle. So a short 3-game set with Corpus Christi, then on the road to Corpus Christi. And after that, it's off to Wichita. Trinkle coming in. One away, nobody on, and that's going to be right there out of play. And the count now 0-1. Well, so far, always good to see that San Antonio trying to get in and get more wins. And that's going to be hit to Castagnon. He'll step on the bag, and that's an out. So 2 up, 2 down here in this half inning. Designated hitter Nick Schwartz. 0 for 2, fly out in the lineout. Midland down to their final 7 outs. And the pitch. That one high in the air up to left field. Fabian gets under it. And that'll make the play for out number 3. No runs, hits, errors, nobody left on for Midland. It's 7th inning stretch time here at the ballpark. San Antonio leading at 6-1. Well, we're back here with a new arm as a right-hander comes in relief. The pitch for the bottom half of the 7th inning for Midland on the hill. And we are back right after these commercial messages. Well, hope you had a pretty good stretch inning here at the ballpark because we are ready for more Missions Baseball right now on the Missions Baseball Network.
Now pitching for Midland.
Tanner Dotson coming in as a right-hander, and so far we are set to go here as the half inning of 7 is already upon us now.
Leading off for the mission.
Center fielder Joshua Mears coming in.
Mears.
And so far we are ready to go. That one is a ground hopper, slow roller right there first, and not in time. And it looks like that's an error on the first baseman. That's a uh-oh. Oh, you can't make no errors. Marcos Castañon, the first baseman, and yep, that's the first error for Midland. San Antonio gets to reach on base after that error. No balls, 1 strike the count now. And the pitch. That one right there, a ground ball, 2nd for 1, and they get them both. So the error does not come back to haunt them after all. It's a 4-6-3. And that will take out 2. Jacob Campbell, the right fielder, coming in. And that's a swing and a miss right there in the count now, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. And right there, strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
No balls and 2 strikes. Right there, a ground ball, and that's the inning. No runs on a hit, no errors, nobody left on. 8th inning coming up. San Antonio leading it 6-1. Well, we're back as Henry Bolt comes in and set to go here in this half inning for Midland when we return. About set to go for the top of the 8th inning right now. The Missions Baseball Network. Henry Bolt coming in and is ready to go. Hits that one out of play. The countdown, 0-1. Afternoon coming to an almost near close. That one high in the air and out of play. The countdown, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Called third strike. It got him down. So 1 away as Gillespie gets that call. Drew Swift coming in, 1 for 2. And the pitch. That's an inside strike at the count now, 0-1. The 0-1. That one hit the Castagnon. Step on the bag. There's 2 down. Well, Midland down to their final 4 outs. And so far the homestand almost coming to an end. Here's the catcher, Willie McIver. 1 for 2 single. Don't forget, kids, we'll run the bases after this ball game, and so far a lot of us are about ready to head off to Amarillo. But evidently we are going to keep monitoring the weather because evidently we know that storms are getting pretty bad out near Hamilton, Texas, and so far a lot going on. And the pitch. That one chopped foul. The count now at 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Called third strike, and he got him down. So no runs, hits or errors, and nobody left on for Midland. Bottom half of the 8th coming up. San Antonio leading at 6-1. Cole Roederer leads it off for the Missions when we come back. Bottom half of the 8th inning set to go for San Antonio right now on the Missions Baseball Network. Cole Roederer leads it off. The bottom half of the 8th inning, 6, 7, and 8. You up here in this one. That one is lined straight away up the left. And that will be out number 1.
Now batting, the third baseman, Gentry.
Well, Yendry Rojas, the third baseman, 1 for 3, a double. Coming in now for San Antonio. And the pitch. That is right there. Ground hopper to short. Right to first. They get him by a step, and that's out number 2.
Second baseman, Williams.
6 runs. Oh, 5-run lead could win the ball game for them here for San Antonio, and that would be pretty good. Boy, Wichita Falls getting hit with some storms. And the pitch. That one out of play. The count now 0-1. Seems like San Antonio throughout next week getting some storms while we're gone to Amarillo. And evidently being up in Amarillo just gives me the heebie-jeebies that we know that there might be some tornadoes and large hail up there in the Panhandle. No balls, 2 strikes to count. And that's a miss outside. The count now at 1-2. 2,549 today in attendance. And that's right there. High in the air up to right center field. That's a base hit. Going for 2. He's in with a 2-out double. And they'll keep the inning alive. 1 more batter. So pretty good right there as they come along the way. And here's Leo Dallas DeVries. Let's see if he could get some more runs out of this half inning. That's going to be right there. And that almost went close to dropping. And that will end the inning. Well, no runs on a hit, no errors, 1 left on for San Antonio. We head to the 9th inning, and it's their last chance to get something going. We're 6-1 in this score. Arabelle Angeles will lead it off for Midland when we come back. Ninth inning coming up right now on the Missions Baseball Network. Bell Angeles leading it off for Midland. Ninth inning set to go. San Antonio up by 5. It's a big chance to get something going, and Midland is down 3 outs. So far, San Antonio doing really well, but Midland pitching has been really awful. Evidently, the starter of this ball game for Midland really wasn't focusing. Gave up base hit after base hit. And right there, strike 3. And that is 1 away, so 2 more outs for Midland.
Halter.
And that would bring up Colby Halter. Halter coming in. Bob and Ann, are y'all having good? All right, yeah, we're doing good. Yeah, John, we're doing really good. Well, anyway, we're only 2 outs left of this ball game and homestand. That one, slow roller Castañon. Step on the bag, and they're an out away.
The batter, the right fielder.
And it looks to me that San Antonio could take the first place position, but that will only happen if Nate Nankiel goes down. So far, this guy can really say, oh no, I'm the last guy to be in this ball game. And so far we look at Springfield and Frisco being in extra innings right now. Here's the windup and the pitch. That one lofted in the air. Campbell looks at it, and it will go out of play, foul. And the count now at 1-1. Dallas under a tornado watch. Boy, that is bad news right there for the Frisco area.
2-1.
And that right there, the count now at 2-1. Well, luckily their game is almost finished. 3-2 Springfield. Frisco has a 12-game road trip. They will head to Midland. Then they'll head to San Antonio right after that. I do believe they go back home to take on the Tulsa Drillers right after that. Them lucky dogs. Well, that would have been nice if San Antonio would have took on Tulsa, but I gotta say that would have been nice. Yeah, I know, it would have been. 2-2. And right there, and that's going to be bobbled, and I think it's going to go fair. No, it ain't even going to go fair, but that'd be an error.
Now batting, the first baseman.
And I don't think they're going to call the error on the first baseman. He knocked it down. What a play to get that runner off, and he's going pretty good. That's a fair ball right there. And Midland will get in a score. It's now a 6-2 ball game.
The left fielder, number 10.
San Antonio trailing only 4 runs. Or should I say Midland? I do apologize, but Midland trailing 4 runs from San Antonio, and I think that's what I said, but evidently I'm just looking at all these storms heading right for Dallas. Caden Trinkle, last man up. He's got a base runner as second. 4-run lead for San Antonio at 6-2, top of the ninth. Outside for the ball. The count now 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. That one high flying in the air and out of play, and it's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. And that's hit to Cedeno. And that's a ball game. And Missions take first place in the South Division. San Antonio becomes number 1. And they finally get a first place position. So final score 6-2. And that's a 4-game winning streak to close us out here today. Well, go ahead and San Antonio now at 33. And that only means that they'll hold that lead temporarily, but they need to get off winning in Amarillo. I mean, that's what they need to do. So San Antonio 33, Midland at 32 and 25. And so far, what a job well done today for our San Antonio boys. Well, it looks like Springfield looks to get their 32nd of the evening, and so far we're seeing what's going on up there. Boy, the Rough Riders not doing too well in the top of the 10th inning. They have a 4-2 lead. Springfield 4, Frisco 2. And not going so well on that as we get going for that. But anyway, bases are loaded up for the Springfield Cardinals. And so far, they're the only ones, both, that are not counted. But evidently, they'll see what goes on from there. But anyway, hope everybody has a great rest of your week. And we'll see y'all Tuesday in Amarillo. Well, anyway, I think we are just about ready to get off. Okay, so it looks like the Springfield Cardinals might win their 32nd. So Springfield now 32. Frisco now at 32-23. San Antonio winning in first place. And that's pretty good that the Missions have done it. They have literally taken first place tonight, beating Midland 6-2. So that right there was a pretty good ball game. Well, we need to see where everybody is for Tuesday. And yes, we know San Antonio is at Amarillo. And let's see, Frisco heads to Midland. Okay, what is going on here? There we go. Okay. Well, I think... Boy, and the people are just being so daggum loud with them stupid things. Boy, why have them if that's being too daggum loud, disturbing the peace? So, June 10th. Alright, so, Corpus Christi Is that Wichita? Okay. Northwest Arkansas at Arkansas. And where is Tulsa? Springfield. All right. Tulsa at Springfield. All right. Well, we got our ball clubs ready to go, and so far, pretty good evening. Well, anyway, we're fixing to go live as our second severe weather outbreak will get going. And so far, we're just about ready. Well, congratulations to San Antonio winning today and winning that first place position in the South Division, I should say. South Division, San Antonio takes first place. And really good on that. Well, our final score, 6-2. San Antonio, 6 runs on 15 hits, no errors. And for Midland, 2 runs, 5 hits, 1 error. Jack Weisenberger getting the loss. Leo Dallas DeVries, 2 for 4. 2 doubles with 3 RBIs. And the win on the mound goes to Jason Blanchard as he takes the W for San Antonio. Well, I got to say, it's our week off, and I am happy. We're going to have a good time up in Amarillo. I hope the weather is nice, but I don't really know if it will be or not. But we will have to definitely wait and see. But anyway, for all of us here in San Antonio, our final 6-2. San Antonio, first place in the South Division. And yep, I know San Antonio and Springfield, they are the leadoff 2 teams in first place. Midland and Wichita are in second place. Frisco, Northwest Arkansas in third place. Amarillo and Arkansas in fourth. Corpus Christi and Tulsa being down in last place. Well, anyway, for all of us here, have a good day. And those that are battling severe weather tonight, y'all be safe and take cover if there's any tornado warnings. Also, y'all have a good night or rest of your afternoon, and we'll see y'all soon. We're back on Tuesday, June 17th, taking on the Frisco Rough Riders. So see you at home.